Okay, so this is lesson 28, problem set. I love writing problems because I can write it really fast and you can't read it. Alright, so let's make that go away since you know what that is. The practice problems, we have an A, B, and a C, which the first two are complex fractions. Just flip the bottom one over and multiply. Cancel when you can. Don't cancel when you can't. So know the difference between that. C is you're just rationalizing the denominator by multiplying the top and bottom by what's under the radical. And then you've got a bunch of story problems. I don't know if I even assigned any of these story problems to you on this lesson. Probably one that's a little bit tricky is number 7. Divide x cubed minus 7 by x minus 5. And I think I did assign that one. So remember, you've got x minus 5, and underneath, remember what we did here, 0x squared plus 0x, then the minus 7. So if you remember, and it's been a while, it has to go 3, 2, 1, no x's. So it was x cubed minus 7, but we have to put these two in there because we aren't going to be able to solve it if we don't. If you're trying to divide and it's not working, it's probably because you didn't put in the 0x squared and the 0x. 8 and 9, those aren't too bad because you're just factoring out the greatest common factor. So like in 8, you're looking at the 2x squared y minus 8x to the fourth y to the fourth. You're going to factor out the numbers that you can. In this case, what's common to both the 2 and the 8? It's a 2. So we're going to factor out a 2 out of there, which leaves me with x squared y minus 4x to the fourth y to the fourth. And a lot of students, what they'll do is they'll factor a 2 out of the 8 and have a 6 there because 6 plus 2 is 8. But if you want to get the 8 back, what do you have to do? You have to take 2 times 4, and that'll give you your 8 back. All right, let's look at some of the other ones. I have 2 here, and I have 4 there. What I have common are 2 of them. So I'm going to take that one out, and that one is going to change to a 2 because I took 2 of them. Look at my y, I've got 1 there, and I've got 4, so the most I can take out is 1. And now remember, we took everything away from there except the 1. There has to be a 1 in there. You can't take out everything and have there be a 0. And this y then becomes a 3 because it was a 4, but we took 1 of them out of there and 1 of them out of there. And you end up with that then for an answer. Let's look at number 16 also, because I'd like to have you guys be reminded of how to do ones like 16, because 15 is very similar. 3 square root of 5 times square root of 15 minus 2 square root of 5. Okay, so we're gonna distribute 3 square root of 5 times square root of 15. 3 square root of, can't multiply 3 by anything, but I can multiply 5 times 15 and get 75. So now let's multiply 3 square root of 5 times 2 square root of 5. So we multiply, bring our minus sign down, multiply the 3 times the 2, and then the 5 times the 5. Okay, so you multiply within the radical and outside the radical. So 3 times the square root of 75. 75 can be changed to 25 times 3. Two numbers multiplied together where I can take the square root of one of those. Square root of 25 I know is 5. So let's look at this one. We're going to pull out the square root of 25, which is 5. Leave the square root of 3 in there, minus 30. 3 times 5 is 15. Square root of 3 minus 30. And that is it. I can't go any further than that, because there's nothing. Oh, I guess I could factor 15 out and be left with square root of 3 minus 2, but no, that is not what we want to do there. The only reason you really factor is so that you can simplify better by canceling or something, but since I can't cancel anything, there's nothing in a denominator to cancel. Just leave that at that. Alright, so that's it for problem set number 28.